Hey friend, in this video, we are, at the time of recording this, brand spanking new year. It's 2022, it's super fresh, and we're gonna kick off the year, but you could do this at any time of the year with a challenge. I wanna give you guys 4 different ways to tangibly look at how you've grown over a period of time. And we're gonna do this together over the next 12 months. If you're watching this in July or in 2023, don't worry, I'm always doing these challenges, and this is just a great way to have some sort of benchmark system for if you're a beginner, intermediate, or more advanced watercolorist and you've been wanting to grow and challenge yourself with watercolor. So we're gonna kick this right off and talk about this challenge and 4 ways that you can create benchmarks and set goals for yourself, 4 different ideas so that you can incrementally grow and challenge yourself over the course of a few months or a year. The first one is going to be to paint the same thing, or you can do a sketching exercise because that's gonna help you too, but paint the same thing every single day. So this might sound exhaustive, but you can get really creative with it. Maybe you wanna get better at painting water with waves in it, or loose style water, or you want to get better at painting loose style florals. Pick one flower or a leaf or the face of a loose style bird, whatever it is. You can get really, really small with it or really big with it. But I challenge you to paint the same thing, the same subject every single day so you can see and keep the results too, so that you can see and look back, or at least photos of each day. So you can look back and see how much you've grown over the last 365 days once you finish the challenge. So I'm gonna do this challenge. I'm gonna paint a bird every single day for the next 365 days. Birds have been a huge challenge for me. They've been very frustrating for me lately, but they're so cute and I love birds. I love parakeets specifically. So I'm gonna paint a parakeet every single day, and maybe I'll switch up the colors every day, maybe do a yellow parakeet, a green parakeet, a pink parakeet, who knows. But that's gonna allow me to get really creative with that one subject as time goes on. And then I'll also be able to see how I've improved over 6 months, 4 months, whatever. And I challenge you to do the same. Have patience with it, but this is going to be huge. But pick one very specific thing so that you can focus on that one thing all year round. That doesn't mean that you can't paint other things throughout your days. Of course you can. I'm gonna paint flowers still. I'm not just gonna be painting birds. But make sure you sit down and dedicate 5-15 minutes. I'd recommend something on the quicker side, but again, if you wanna be more detailed with it and get better at your detailed and more realistic work, that's up to you. If you have the time to carve out every single day and you know you're gonna be able to do it, then obviously go for it. But most of us get really busy on the weekends or we go on vacation. So make sure it's something that you can do every single day this year. So I'm going for something that I can paint in 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes max. And that one thing throughout the year is consistent. So you can tangibly look back and see how you've grown and how you've changed, how you've gotten better over time with that one subject. My challenge for you is to set a goal every single month for the next year. So 12 different goals, you can write them out, brainstorm 12 different goals that you have for you, or monthly challenges where you're tackling a specific technique or subject. So maybe you really struggle with wet technique when it comes to painting. Let's take the example of water. When I first started painting water, I have my 3rd book coming out, Everyday Watercolor Oceans, in 2023. But when I first started painting water, it was extremely overwhelming and very confusing for me. So I just decided to paint wet technique waves, a very simple, like ocean seascape over and over and over again. So I could really see how the light and the dark, the shadows, and midtones cooperated with each other in water, and how to find the shapes of waves. So if you're struggling with something, 12 different things, pick out your theme and place it for each month. Maybe even write it in a calendar somewhere so you remember and you get excited about it, and every single week and every single day within that month, you're painting that subject, or you're working towards painting that subject, so you're getting better at that one technique or that one subject. Or maybe you have a hard time or a challenge with painting details in more detailed, realistic work. So you can focus on that one technique for that entire month. So it could be details and realistic florals one month. The other month it could be soft light speckles on water, or it could be feather details on birds, things like that. So get really kind of detailed with the technique and have that be your overview or your focus for the month. And that's only 12 different focuses for 1 year. My third challenge is to incorporate a sketching technique every single month as well. So you've got your painting focus per month. I want you to also have a sketching focus per month. For me, sketching is like the basics, the foundations to any medium that you're painting with. But with watercolor, it's super important to understand basic shapes with any medium. It's super important to understand basic shapes of animals, flowers, anything that you're painting, because it's going to demystify and simplify anything that you're painting. So before you even start painting, my biggest encouragement for people who are kind of just starting out and playing with watercolor is to develop their sketching techniques. So starting with basic shapes and maybe practicing shading or different hard lines and softer lines. And then maybe the next month you're going over and you're sketching an animal, maybe a toucan, and you're finding some tutorials online, or in my book, Everyday Watercolor, I show you how to sketch a toucan, and you're breaking it down into its basic shapes. So maybe you brainstorm some ideas, write them down in the comments too, of maybe different subjects or animals, whatever, that you're breaking down into basic shapes, and you're gonna be sketching so that you can get a better eye for shapes and for subjects, how to break them down into basic shapes before you even start painting them. So you can paint loose style without having to sketch before with confidence. So then my fourth watercolor challenge to help you improve your painting skills is probably one of my favorites. And that is to set aside one day every single month where you are literally turning off the internet. You're not looking at the internet. You're not looking at reference photos or someone's Instagram page to get inspired, or Pinterest. You are literally staring at a blank sheet of paper and letting the inspiration come from within you. This is gonna feel very awkward and uncomfortable, and you're gonna feel lost probably the first 3 months if you don't do this often. So maybe you wanna do this twice a month if this is the challenge you choose for yourself this year. But this is going to help get you to access that flow state and to just create something for creating sake. So create something every day, even if it sucks, is one of my favorite phrases. So it could be abstract, it could be a landscape, literally whatever is the first thing that you come to mind. Like when you play that word game, when someone says cat and the first word that comes to mind, you have to blurt out, and then they blurt out the first word that comes to their mind. So when you stare at your blank sheet of paper and you're picking up your brush, what's the first thing that comes to mind? And then just challenge yourself to put paint to paper without looking at any sort of reference photos, scrolling, stalking people's Instagrams and Pinterest to replicate or to get some sort of inspiration. So I want you to basically not focus on the outcome of the actual painting, but focus on what it's doing for you in terms of inspiration, accessing flow state, and being able to use your imagination again, like what we did when we were kids and we were more playful and we were able to use our imagination. We've kind of lost that as adults, so let's just kind of try to build that muscle again. And it is a muscle that has to be focused on and that you have to pay attention to build over time. So again, it's going to feel awkward, it's going to feel clunky, and you might not have an idea right away. And you might hate your paintings, all 12 of them, or however many you do, and that's totally fine, because play is important. So obviously with this one, over the next 12 months, if you choose this challenge, you're going to improve so much in the ability to rely on your own painting skills, your own imagination. And over time, you're gonna see that you get more comfortable with thinking outside of the box or coming up with your own inspiration and playing. And keep all 12 of these, or if you decide to do more per month, so that you can see how you've improved, or maybe it's you've gotten quicker at coming up with ideas than when you first started the challenge. But this one is really gonna help you become a way more well-rounded artist and really take hold of your own individual style. So turn off the phones, the computers, one day a month, or you can do it more if you want, so that you're really relying on developing your own artistic sense and style, confidence, and intuition. All right, so obviously that was a lot of homework. I personally don't have time to do all 4 of those challenges this year. Maybe sometimes I will, and I'll try some of them for a month or whatever, but I'm just gonna focus on the first one that I mentioned. So decide which one you want to try, or a couple of ones. Maybe you do have the time to do all 4 of them. Set a realistic goal for these challenges. So I'm going to start with 1. I think that's pretty realistic. I can paint a bird in 5 minutes every day, I think. So we're going to go for that one. And I really want to improve on my birdies. So set some realistic goals, challenge yourself this year, and you're going to, I think, be very wowed with the results once we meet back again after a year of you doing this challenge and showing up every single day to challenge yourself over time. You are going to grow. You are going to see a lot of progress. And if you are joining us on one of these challenges or multiple challenges, please share your progress with us. We have a hashtag #JRPaintChallenge. I know I would love to see your progress over the next few months, and other people who are joining in on this challenge would also love to see your progress as well, and share some accountability, some cheerings on, and all of that. So make sure you hop on Instagram and tag me, and also hashtag #JRPaintChallenge so that I can snoop all of your progress. Double tap, share, and vice versa. We can all do it for each other. It's gonna be a great little budding community of watercolor challenges, and I can't wait. Thanks so much for watching this video as always, and I cannot wait to see how you improve over this next year, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.